Yes, alive! All right, let's get this one underway here. I've been so enjoying doing trees lately, so I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to stick to trees here tonight. It's a 30 by 40 canvas, and so let's just get on with it. Whoa! Do my standard Prussian blue, and I've got more on the way. Yay! So rise next week. Oh, let me spray that down. I always spray it down first because it helps. Let that paint flow. And happy Eve Day, whatever holiday you celebrate. But yep. So, oh my God, I'm in voice today. I have got to buy more canvas. Who's Mike? Sure, Michael will be happy with that. Send them order here pretty soon. I went through all of my 18 by 24s. So hopefully we go out the door. Whoa! Our ice is melting. So yay. And we're not even supposed to get below freezing tonight, so that means it will be gone. That's good. All right, using unpronounceable blue there. Just a second here. Hello, Anthony. How are you doing? Greetings and salutations. Just started here doing my glorious sponge technique. All righty. Do this. There we go. Hello. So, like I said, I got to buy some more 18 by 24 canvases. I actually got them all used up, so I'm going to doing that. But I'm going to continue. I'm kind of having fun with the trees. And so that's where we're going with this. Oh, dum 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 dum. Okay. Ice is sloppy and messy out there. My gutters are overflowing because they have ice jammed inside of them. One thing, it's another. Hopefully the ice melts fast enough before the gutters pull away from the damn house. Fine. I'm just going to wish it'd be fine. It's going to be. There's a little lip there that causes problems for me sometimes. There we go. Paint down in there. Whoa! Got using sap green here right now. Sap green. Okay. All right. Viola. It's going to be a cheery painting. We need cheer. It'll be a fun painting. Oh, and I got, holy crapolas, I got paint all over my hands. Ugh. Hello, Larry. Greetings. You can see I have paint all over my hands. Okay. But it's going to be kind of a cheery one here. I was thinking like a Portland scene and stuff like that, and I said, you know what? I've been having fun with the trees, so let's go with that. Gee, gosh, I got this all over my hands. All right, but we're good. Okay, we're going to mix in Van Dyke brown and blue. Knobby tree. Okay. And we're done. No, just kidding. See, I need to become so famous that I could do that. And they go, oh my God, it's genius. And I'm laughing all the way to the bank as I charge them $5.5 million for it. Yeah. I just love these old trees. Excuse me. Goodness, that sounded like heck. Nah. Merry Christmas. Yeah. You know it. It's just amazing that we're already at that time of the year. Yeah. We're, the whole COVID thing that when it came in 2020, I was lucky enough, fortunate enough, that I had an art show from January, February, and I was the only artist during that year that was able to show his stuff, in person. And then the lockdown occurred, and I can't believe that that's 2 years ago. It's just like grief. We're closing in on. It's just amazing. When you talk about that. Whoa, get these knobbly trees here. Right? That's the National Geographic theme song going on. I hope you know. No idea. What I said, remember, a tree is a three-dimensional object. Hugely three-dimensional on steroids. Come at you from all different directions. Branches lead away, come to you, That's the thing. You got to think three-dimensional when you're talking about a tree. Hello, Susan! Yeah, our ice and snow is melting here, which is just fine with me. I'm not a big fan of snow, and there's only a couple things I don't like about snow. One is snow, and the other one is I don't like having to be in it. I'm dreaming of a wet and muddy Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. May it be wet and sloppy. And not white, but may it be muddy and sloppy tonight. Oh, gods. I used to know. And white. Oh, Lordy. I think I should come out with an album. Your favorite songs butchered by Mike Trapp. You'll never think of them the same after. Excuse me. Hello, Mark. Greetings and salutations. Did you have any damage at your house? We didn't. Our house behind us got damaged in the wind, but not us. We managed to sail through it. Literally. It was terrible, that wind. Couldn't believe it. 19 degrees and 60-mile-an-hour winds. You're like, well, okay, that's just not right. Okay. Christmases be muddy and wet. Yeah, my gutters are overflowing too because they're jammed with ice right now. So I'm keeping an eye on them. They're bulging a little bit, but I think I noticed we're not going below freezing tonight. So that means all that ice will be gone and they'll clear them out. Because I know our gutters are all cleared. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-dum, yeah. Okay, let's start in here. I'm gonna add a little magenta. Magenta. Probably need to order another one of these too. Magenta. All right. And you don't need much of that. That's a very strong color. You'll find yellow, red, and magenta extremely strong colors, so you don't need much to do what you want to do. God, I'm in voice today. My gosh. Eat your heart out, Pavarotti. Of course, it's probably already been eaten out. He's been dead for a few years. Ah, oh, I tell you what, I got to deal with my dad, who's a junk collector. I call that basement a museum. The more he could get rid of, the better off. Trust me. And I'm starting to go through my stuff, trying to get rid of it. Good idea. Oh, I'm dreaming of a wet and muddy Christmas. All right. And may all your Christmases be wet and muddy. Oh dear. Probably wondering what glue has he sniffed today. Get off the Gorilla Glue. Go back to Elmer's. And all your Christmases. Watching the ice melt. I'm happy for that. I think we dodged a big bullet here in Portland. We were expecting it to be a lot worse, but I see that there's people stranded in the gorge, and they're saying all the ice. Ugh, I don't like ice. Only a few things I dislike about ice. I don't like the fact that it's cold. I don't like the fact that it's slippery and hard. I don't really like all that. Besides that, ice is fine. Yeah. I am wrong. Slowly been working around this area here. Oh, God, I'm in voice. That are snakes. Snakes are usually pretty good too. Scares the hell out of everybody. Oh, oh, yeah. It's been lovely ice. I know. I hate this stuff. Ba-ba-da-bum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Ba-dum. Oh, I see it's just about off the roads now. That's good. I feel cooped up here. I was really lucky I was able to work from home so I didn't have to deal with it. La-dee-dum, la-dee-dum. It's going to be a colorful tree. I want it very, very, make you feel happy. Let's just put it that way, type thing. That's what I want. So we're going to have bright colors in this tree. Oh my God, I'm in voice. I imagine you did. I always thought I'd be a great Santa Claus. Little kids come up there uh, and I'll ask them, have you been naughty or nice? And then they say, oh, I've been really good, Santa. I mean, it's so great, And I said, well, little Jimmy, do you remember what happened on June 15th at 3:15? You were naughty. I noted that. I just want you to know that. Yep, that's going to affect your what you're getting. I don't cry. Yeah, wonder why I would be fired as the mole Santa. I still think one of the most classic Christmas movies is what's that? Was a Christmas Story? You poke your eye out. Oh. Uh, I can remember as a little kid, I was so nervous to see Santa Claus, and and he asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I was so nervous. All I could come up with was funny papers. That's what I said, funny papers. And I really wanted a fire engine. Luckily for me, my parents knew that. Oh, gosh. I got a little fire engine. I was so upset because I didn't know what to say to him, and I just, oh, you have funny papers. uh, I always think it's so funny who invented the modern version of Santa Claus, and that was Coca Cola. I found out. I did a trivia question. I said, when did Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer come about? And that was 1939. Montgomery Ward's invented them to sell coloring books. So Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was in 1939. And I think about the same time as when Coca-Cola came out with the modern version of what we think of Santa Claus. I imagine they do, Merrick. Oh my God, I'm in voice. It is just impossible to imagine tomorrow is actually Christmas. It's just like, the heck did this year go? Gee, many crickets. According to my biological clock, we still should be somewhere in the 2020 somewhere. uh, just absolutely, just astounding how fast time goes. I always tell people, don't waste time. Don't. Time is. I forget what. I was a billionaire, but I forget when it was, and I really liked his quote. He says, "What is the most precious asset there is?" He says, "It's not money, it's not gold, it's not silver, it's not any of that." He says, "It's time." He said, "That's the one thing you can never replace. No matter how rich you are, no matter what, you can't replace time." And I thought, wow, okay, that's an excellent. Uh, oh, it did. Oh, it was like a time warp. That's why I call it. It's a time warp. But it really did. Just working these colors in here. Mm-hmm. But and I think the next 30 by 40 painting will be a Portland scene again. I've got to move that damn thing out of the way. But before I have a garbage can with a little waste basket. It's only a matter of time you hear this thud because I tripped over the darn thing. And so why didn't you just move it? Okay. Right, Mike, you need to seek therapy, seek help. Well, I'm in great shape for the art show 1 week from tomorrow. Looking good. Looking good. So. Brum, bum. Green. I was very productive yesterday. I got my labels made for all my lighthouses. So I'm looking pretty good going to the show. Got to get the labels made for the little trees. So we're looking good. We're looking good. We have the largest, what do they call it? I can't think of the name. Gosh, totally escaped my brain. Tubas. There we go. How do you forget tuba? We have the largest tuba orchestra in the world. We probably have the only tuba orchestra in the world. And they play down there in the square during the holidays. It's kind of cool. I went by them one time when they were all out there, boom, 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 you know. Tuba is a big piece of equipment, I tell you what. You gotta have lung power and strength just to lift the damn thing, you know. We're gonna make this tree really colorful. It'll be fun. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I have to kind of keep painting because I've got two different shows going on at the same time. Boohoo is Mike, you know, and so key is to keep that up and keep refreshing the new paintings too. Oh, no, Okay, now we're going to come back into the color here. Rinse, 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 rinse. Okay. So you're mentioning, Larry, to come on down. You could just I don't know if you're on Facebook. That's the easiest way. If you're on Facebook, I could just easily send you the invite to get the address. It's right downtown Portland. It's on 12th and Harvey Milk. It's called Scandals. It'll be the music starts at 4. Yeah, 4 and it goes to 6. So just letting you know. Whoa! No, that's on the 1st. That's on the 1st, which is a Sunday. Yeah. Tesome. Yep, that's what I call it. Not Tacoma, Tesome. Ah. Add more magenta to that. Like I said, this is going to be a very colorful tree. Tap, 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 tap. That's correct, Americ. Correcto mundo. Yep. I'm a little nervous starting on actually New Year's Day, but I said, you know what? Let's just go with it. I like doing the opening when the art goes up. So we'll get there. A lot of people have Monday off. So kind of counting on that. There's going to be the football fanatics. But that's okay. They'll have football games going on the screens, I know. That's fine. I must admit, I've never been a huge, not a huge sports person myself. I'm lucky to know what season we're in. I think football's still going on, isn't it? I think so. It is. It is. No, open to the public. Anybody can come in. It's $500 to get through the door, but that's not too bad. I don't think. I'm just kidding. You know, it's actually, just come on in. You know, it's free. Yeah, freebie. See, I need to get to that point where I'm so famous that just to talk to me costs you about $1,000, and that's if and it costs you $2,000 if you want me to smile at you. Just kidding. If I ever become something like that, I hope somebody just slaps me and knocks me down. It is. It's open to the public completely. Come in there and buy a drink. That's how the bar makes its money off of my openings. Buy a drink. Or I know you're driving and stuff like that, so, or buy a bottle of water or something or whatever, or tip the band, Looking out there, make sure my gutters are not, they were backed up pretty bad with the ice in them. Don't need to come out there and have a gutter on the ground. I don't think my neighbor knows that his house was damaged in the windstorm. Might go out there, might walk around the block and knock on his door and say, "Do you realize that you got a problem with your house?" Mm-hmm. Just working this. Like I said, I want bright colors in this one. You looked at me. That's going to cost you $1,000. I can't believe how big of jerks some of these celebrities are. And you want to tell them, it says, you know, if it wasn't for your adoring public, you wouldn't have a job. I think one of the funniest ones was William Shatner when he, I think it was on Saturday Night Live, and he told like the Trekkies and something like, get a life. And Paramount reminded them, they said, they had a life, you wouldn't have a job. He apologized. I loved it. Just tap, tap, tap. We're going to just keep working this color. Mm-hmm. Scandals PDX. That's the name of the thing. If you need to look up the address, I think it's 1125 Southwest. Well, it used to be Stark, but Southwest Harvey Milk now. Just working this. Just working this. We're going to just keep rotating around this light source here. And love. Yep. Oh boy. Slept like a rock last night. I cracked my window. It had 19-degree weather pouring on me. I'm a furnace. I'm an absolute furnace. God, I still think it's so funny that the last few times I've been, I'm overdue for a doctor's appointment, but the last few times I've been with a doctor and they said, well, you're a furnace. That's what they said. You said, you're a furnace. And they said, well, we noticed your grandma Walker, she was a furnace too, lived to 96. She said she'll probably outlive her. I was like, oh gosh. Always thought it's funny. My sister gives me a bad time. So you don't have arthritis? Nope. Don't have an arthritis. You never got COVID? Nope. Nope. Didn't get that either. Nope. So, you're gonna be around a while. Key is enjoy your life. Just keep working around. We're going to keep spiraling around this light source here. Morning, Yes, Scandals is a bar. That's what it's named. Scandals. Scandals PDX bar. Been showing my stuff for years. I think this, gosh, 2009 was my first show there. And they've been usually signing me up lately for uh, January, February, which has been actually proven to be a very good months for me. So, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, slowly but surely working this. Hello, Mavis. Greetings and salutations. Oh, yeah, Mavis, you didn't hear, did you? I was a terrible incident over in Nebraska. Santa Claus was taken out by a heat-seeking missile. Apparently, one of the reindeers farted, and they thought it was a fighter jet coming in from North Korea. And so, unfortunately, he was taken right out of the sky, and was so sad about it. What he was doing, and they were testing the new GPS system to see if it was installed correctly. And oh, it was horrible, just absolutely horrible. The Air Force felt just terrible about it. Yeah, just letting you know. Yeah, just in case you were wondering. This is why I don't have kids. Oh. It's just terrible. It was terrible. It felt so bad. Yeah, well, you know, things happen. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Nope, no, he's not. Oh, here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Right down Santa Claus Lane. Oh, cats. I can only imagine for people who work in retail, they probably kind of, oh. All right. I see the cars going through the slop now, not the ice. You just didn't see anybody out in that ice. Oh, that ice is terrible. We get those ice storms, and it's just, oh. I fed my squirrels yesterday. I don't think I need to feed them today. I try not to get them. They always say don't get them reliant on you. But when they can't get through the ice to get to their hidden food, I can't handle that. So I had the almonds were a hit. I had roasted almonds that we actually roasted ourselves. My God, they were a hit. They went rushing down there and they gathered every last one of them. comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Right down Santa Claus Lane. Oh boy, doesn't take much. Just keep working this around and around and around we go. But I want this to be a very colorful tree. Well, especially right now in the gloom and doom, the season. And I think it's a good idea to have something that really cheers you up. And that's where we're going with this tree. And my next painting is going to probably be a Portland scene again. And so, but I think these are fun to do. Right down Santa Claus Lane. I had to feed my squirrels yesterday. I was like, oh, I watched them. They were struggling to get through the ice, and I said, okay, I'm going to feed you. I did that the other time we had the ice storm. I just can't handle that. I don't care if you're. I know they say don't feed them because they get dependent on you, but I couldn't help myself. I got plump squirrels. They look healthy. I want them to keep healthy. I think the other neighbors probably did the same thing. They're like co-pets for all of us. The birds seem to be doing fine here. I don't worry about the birds as much as I do, but the squirrels, they were struggling, and I was just like, oh. So I helped them out. They love the almonds. I gave them some candy coated nuts, but I rinsed them before I gave them out to them, and they ate those all up too. So, but I think they're fine now. My squirrels here are really good at storing away food. I don't worry about them that much, but when it's an ice storm like this, I worry about them. Yeah, I noticed the birds here. We have a lot of moss in my house, and they're really good at collecting water out of the moss. So I had to shut my fountain down because it was below, so cold. And so I'll probably start the fountain back up probably this weekend because it's looking like we've got a forecast of above freezing weather. So I'll get the fountain going for them. So far, the birds have been pretty good. It was kind of funny when we had that horrific heat. What was that, 2 years ago? When it was 116 degrees here. And I had a nozzle that could go to this mist. And I had all the birds in the darn fountain. And they were not afraid of me. So I actually misted them all down to cool them off. Sat there and they were all just loving it. I just sat there and missed all these birds. They're like, oh, thank you. They were miserable. I could see they were miserable. So that's what I did. Some people call me Mary Poppins. Yeah. Just keep working this out here. That's right. Yeah, yeah. I literally, well, I kept the house at 90 degrees because they were saying, careful on your AC because it's going to be so overworked. So I did that, and but I felt so bad for the birds because they were just laying in the damn fountain just trying to get out of the heat, and because we don't get heat like that, and we're not Arizona. We don't get heat like that, and yeah, I literally went out there and just sprayed them down. They didn't move. They were so miserable. They didn't move, and I just sprayed them down. I have not seen a chipmunk at all here. I've seen nothing but squirrels. We have the gray squirrel. Okay, closing in on this here for today. Come Santa Claus. Here comes. Oh God, I'm gonna have that through my head. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Ugh. I found an interesting thing. I did a trivia question. When did Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer come about? And that was 1939. It was invented by Montgomery Wards. Remember Montgomery Wards? They used to be a huge department store. You could find everything in Montgomery Wards, but they've been long since gone. But they invented Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, just like Coke invented the modern thing of Santa Claus. Right down Santa Claus Lane. Probably like going, oh Lord. Oh, I know. I've seen chipmunks before, but we just don't have them anymore. I haven't seen any. When I lived in, I think it was Spokane, we'd have chipmunks, but yeah, squirrels it just kind of took over. We have a red squirrel that's native to Portland, or to Oregon, I should say, and but it's rare to see one of those too. It's usually the gray squirrel, and they're not even native here. I think they came over from Europe, if I remember right. Okay. A little more work here. Our tree of light here. Here comes Santa Claus. Oh, door. Yep, that's going to be my brain for the next 2 months. Ah, yes. We had a Montgomery Ward's lawnmower when I was a kid. Used to mow the lawn with it. I always say, when was the last time you seen a teenage kid mowing the lawn of their parents' house? I mean, yeah, it's just so funny. It's like I always had to mow the lawn. I started mowing the lawn when I was 8. Boom, 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 boom. Yep. And on that note, my goodness, people, that hour went roaring by here. So I know tomorrow's Christmas, so we'll see if I'm on tomorrow or not. I don't really have big plans for Christmas, so we'll see. We'll see. Okay. All right. That's where we're going to stop. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. Stay healthy, stay safe. You have a wonderful holiday, Christmas or whatever holiday it is. Take care. Don't do. And I hope Santa Claus doesn't plow into your side of your house and does damage or something like that. That happens once in a while. That's an interesting insurance issue, but that's another story. But you take care, seriously, and hope to see you next time. I don't think I'm going to be out tomorrow. Who knows? But we'll see. But definitely Monday. All right. Take care. Bye bye. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Right down Santa Claus in the lane. Seriously, take care. Bye bye.